All right. Hey everyone, Daniel Hargrove here. Just woke up 10 minutes ago, saw that there was a trailer, an official trailer for Marvel's Infinity War. So of course, I've got to do a reaction to it. So let's there's no bells and whistles. We're just gonna go into it. Let's go. Let's do it, Morty. Whoa. Let's go. All right.
The entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal. To wipe out half the universe. If he gets all the Infinity Stones, he can do it with the snap of his fingers. Just like that.
Ooh.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
Ooh. Okay. Well, this is waking me up. Well, let me put on my big boy glasses. All right, here we go. Okay.
We got one advantage. He's coming to us.
Ooh.
We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we'll use.
What? God.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow. The end is near.
Ooh, his new weapon. Okay.
When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist.
Ooh, okay, we got a flashback.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing
Man.
should be.
Ooh, who is he fighting?
I hope they remember you.
Ooh, Cap. Yo. Cap always going toe to toe with the main villain.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
That is awesome. April 27th too. We're getting it early. That's great. All right. Well, that trailer promptly woke me up. So that is great. The funny thing about all this was that I had just shown Thor Ragnarok to my mom last night, and then I showed her the trailer for Avengers Infinity War. I was like, yeah, they haven't released a new trailer yet, but this one's so awesome, take a look at this. And then I wake up this morning and there's a new trailer, which is totally awesome. I mean, it was great. It was great. I don't know what else there is to say, because in this trailer we got what we kind of wanted in the last trailer but didn't really get to see, which is some of that banter between the different team-ups we didn't expect. From the end where we had Peter teaming up with Doctor Strange and him talking, and then also we have we had Peter Quill talking to Tony Stark, and Tony Stark really interacting in general with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And also, just seeing where Thor's going to be going is going to be really interesting after seeing Thor Ragnarok. It'll be interesting to see if kind of those traits or that style that was introduced of who they've become when it comes to Thor, Loki, and Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, after the events of Thor Ragnarok, if their character will kind of stay the same and translate over to Avengers Infinity War will be really interesting. But not too much considering how goofy that film was compared to how serious this one is and how epic this one is. But nevertheless, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff in this trailer, man. I mean, from just Spider-Man just swinging through all the debris, swinging under the bridge, to whomever Doctor Strange was fighting. I'm not familiar with, I forgot what the name of his henchman is, but Thanos' henchman henchmen. I'm not familiar with them and what they are all capable of, but saying that they are formidable enough to get the upper hand on Doctor Strange is pretty incredible. And of course, Vision as well, to be able to take out his gem and seeing where all that's going to go. It's crazy what the Russo brothers have been able to do with this film, and just how much attention to detail there is to how each and every single character operates and their capabilities and their personalities, and making sure that they're sticking true to that. I mean, man, there's just so many characters and so many things to go over. But sticking to the Guardians of the Galaxy, seeing how Gamora's going to feel about having to go back and see her pops, that's going to be interesting. And seeing how that is going to play out, as well as seeing those flashbacks. Because it seems like there's a flashback as well to when he was more of a warmonger than he was this, all-powerful being of the galaxy, of the universe, but still was her father. It's going to be really interesting to see that relationship and that dynamic, and see how that changes over the course of the film, and maybe she tries to reach out to him through pathos and ethos and all that jazz. Who knows? So that'll be very, very interesting to see. Everyone else, I'm excited to see come back. Of course, I want to see Rocket Raccoon and what he has to say, Groot and all that. But I'm really interested in seeing what Peter's reaction is going to be to Earth, since he hasn't been back since he was a kid. That's going to be really incredible. So for him to see how far society and technology has developed, and where society has come since he's been gone, because that's going to be a huge culture shock for him. And seeing what is and is not around, that's going to be interesting. With the main core of the Avengers, Black Widow, Captain America, excuse me, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and all that stuff. Their journeys seem pretty open, or pretty straightforward. You have Captain America and Black Widow trying to come back, seemingly operating from the shadows, but trying to come back and put more emphasis on trying to bring back who they were and become who they were again, and revitalize the team. We got that aspect going on, but more interesting enough is what Tony's going through as someone who has constantly put himself at the forefront of trying to defend the world ever since he became Iron Man, and what that obsession of trying to defend the world and those around him has cost him. What is he going to do when he faces a villain that he just truly cannot defeat initially? It seems like it's going to be really interesting to see what that does with his character, what loss will carry on with him, or if he himself will be the victim of Avengers Infinity War. Because one of the things that's really interesting that Kevin Feige, the executive producer of Marvel, was saying, these films was saying, was that if someone dies in Infinity War, they're staying dead. There's no resurrecting them back. There's no contract type stuff that's going to bring them back type stuff, unless it's like a flashback or whatever, more than likely. But these characters are staying dead. They're not coming back in future films. So that's going to be really interesting to see who actually bites the bullet, and what journey Tony is going to be on. Because watching his character arc over these films has been very, very interesting. And I think his character arc reached quite a crescendo in Avengers 2, which is not everyone's favorite Avengers film, which I understand, but it's personally one of my favorites. But seeing the character arc that all the characters go through is very powerful in that movie. And Tony actually learning a lesson by the end of it, and also by the end of Iron Man 3, about what he can and cannot do, and just what he is and is not capable of. But with that being said, all that stuff's interesting. Where they're going to take Thor, getting him a new hammer, that's going to be awesome, seeing what he's going to be capable of, and his relationship with Loki, and maybe if that will be irreparably damaged, or if Loki's going to die, possibly. I'm feeling a strong Loki might be dying, because he's going to present the Infinity Stone, but he's going to be like, you failed me, so Slicer, and then his brother ends up dead, who knows. But I don't see Loki really lasting that long, especially when they got Asgard, all of Asgard, seemingly a lot of them dead, and also trapped on that ship. And I hope Korg is alright, man. Korg, made of rocks, alright? I hope he's really fine. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. But nevertheless, how that relationship's going to play out is going to be a little bit wishy-washy, but you're really not seeing too much Tom Hiddleston besides that big shot that's more than likely in the beginning and picking up right where Thor Ragnarok left off. So I really don't see his survival being too long. And what better way to start off by saying out with the old and with the new than taking out the first villain with the new villain. First Avengers villain with the new Avengers villain. But nevertheless, that's kind of where we're sticking with that. I think that's about it. I mean, Scarlet Witch and Vision, I mean, we know. Doomed romance. We know this. They're going to be all adorable and coupley. We're going to be like, oh, it's really going to suck when Vision gets that Infinity Stone taken out of his head. So, I kind of see where that's going. They're probably going to surprise us, of course, but, I'm not too worried about that. That's not really too much peek in my eye. I kind of I can feel out where that's going in my heart. It already sucks. With that being said, seeing what Spider-Man's going to become is going to be really, really interesting. And just seeing what Peter is going to go through as a hero to develop himself as a hero, and putting aside like, oh my gosh, I'm a part of the Avengers and all that stuff, and being like, no, this is serious. This is about protecting the world and just stepping up and not worrying about all the social and political ramifications of wanting to be an Avenger or being a part of the team or fighting alongside the team. Like, he's going to have fun with that, but at the end of the day, he's going to be there and he's here to do a serious job, and he's going to get stuff done. And that's going to be really exciting to see, and see that transition for him as a character. But with that being said, that covers up most of the things. And of course, Wakanda forever. Still think the Soul Gem is in Wakanda, and that's probably why Thanos is bringing a huge army to come in and try to wipe out stuff. I feel like that's where that is going inevitably. I feel like that's where we're leading to. But it's going to be I am so excited after seeing Black Panther to see all those characters come back. That's going to be really awesome. Oh man, that's gonna be great. But with all that being said, let me know what you think about this Avengers Infinity War official trailer down in the comment sections down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment sections down below. And of course, there's of course so many Easter eggs, so many plot things or little details that I have missed because one, I'm very tired, and two, it's just there's just so much to unpack in that trailer, more than that can get done in just one viewing. So let me know what you noticed, or some things or theories that you're speculating in the comment sections down below based off this new trailer, the plot line of the film, where certain characters are going to go, who might die, things of that nature. Let's talk about that down below. Let me know what you notice. And also while you're down there, guys, if you like this reaction and this review, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button while you're down there, and subscribe if you're new here and become a part of the Geek Nation. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've been Daniel, and don't forget to get geeky.